Welcome everyone to another exciting journey where we dive into history, rarity, and treasures that the world has hidden away for decades. Today's story is not about something ordinary, but about a piece of history that has the power to turn heads and inspire collectors around the world. First up, let's step back into the early 1970s, a time of transition, cultural change, and national pride in America. During this era, coins weren't just currency. They carried deep meaning, symbols of heritage, and reflections of society's values. And among those, the 1972 half-dollar, without a mint mark, holds an extraordinary place. The coin was produced as part of the Kennedy half-dollar series, which had been introduced in 1964 after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. These coins were more than just money. They were living memorials struck into silver and copper, reminders of a leader who inspired millions. By 1972, the mint had transitioned into using copper-nickel-clad planchets instead of 90% silver, but that didn't reduce the charm of these coins. What makes the 1972 no-mint mark half-dollar so important is the Philadelphia origin. Coins without mint marks in that era were struck in Philadelphia, and though millions were made, certain conditions and strikes have elevated some examples into truly rare finds. Collectors across the world chase these half-dollars not only for their link to President Kennedy, but also for their limited pristine conditions. The finer the detail, the sharper the strike, and the more flawless the surfaces, the more the value skyrockets. When we talk about why it is valuable, the answer is tied to a combination of history, symbolism, and condition. This coin doesn't just sit in a collection. It tells the story of an entire generation. For many, it is a direct connection to a moment when the United States was healing and pushing forward with hope. Next, let's talk about the survival of such coins. Most half-dollars from circulation show heavy wear because they were used in daily transactions. Finding one in gem condition, almost untouched by time, is like uncovering buried treasure. That is where the value lies, the rarity of immaculate examples. And yes, this coin can bring serious money. Imagine a small round piece of metal transforming into a financial windfall. Pristine, uncirculated examples of the 1972 half-dollar without a mint mark have reached maximum auction records in the thousands of dollars, often touching around $5,000 to $7,000 when graded at the highest levels by professional services. The market for such coins continues to grow. Collectors worldwide are hungry for Kennedy half-dollars, especially early issues from the 1970s. The nostalgia of the period, combined with the iconic image of Kennedy, fuels strong demand. Now let's picture the coin itself. On the obverse, the bold and inspiring portrait of John F. Kennedy stands as a timeless reminder of leadership. On the reverse, the presidential seal with its majestic eagle symbolizes America's strength and resilience. Every detail on this coin makes it a masterpiece of design. Owning a 1972 no-mint mark half-dollar is not just about holding currency. It is about holding history in your palm. It is about preserving the memory of an era and passing it down to the next generation. Imagine showing this coin to someone decades from now. You wouldn't just be showing them metal. You would be showing them a story of America, a tribute to a leader, and an investment that has grown in value through time. Many collectors consider these half-dollars to be gateway coins, meaning they open the door to the larger world of numismatics. Once you hold one, you feel the pull to learn more, to collect more, and to cherish the stories that coins can tell. What sets the 1972 half-dollar apart is its accessibility, combined with its potential. While ordinary examples exist, the extraordinary ones, the brilliant uncirculated, the high grades, the flawless strikes, are the ones that command life-changing prices. For those who dream of building wealth through collectibles, this coin serves as proof that treasures can be hidden in plain sight. It teaches us to look closer, to pay attention, and to never underestimate what something small can be worth. The excitement of hunting for one, the thrill of discovering it in a collection, and the pride of owning it cannot be measured in words alone. That is why coin collectors never let go of these stories. They live them every day. So, is the 1972 no-mint mark half-dollar truly valuable? Absolutely yes. The market has shown time and again that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the finest examples. Its history, its symbolism, and its condition combine to make it a coin of enduring worth. If you ever find one in remarkable condition, remember that its maximum potential can soar. Thousands of dollars can be achieved when the coin is preserved, graded, and placed into the hands of eager collectors. Let this coin remind you of what is possible. The 1972 half dollar without a mint mark is not just currency. It is inspiration, it is history, and it is a treasure that can change lives. So keep your eyes open, keep collecting, and remember that sometimes the most ordinary-looking coin can turn out to be the most extraordinary discovery. This half dollar proves it, and its story will continue to inspire for generations to come. Next up, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar, with no mint mark, is a coin that stands as a timeless piece of American history and pride. It was struck in Philadelphia, which explains the absence of a mint mark, and it carries with it not only monetary worth, but a legacy tied to one of the most beloved leaders in United States history. This half dollar belongs to the Kennedy series that began in 1964, following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. By 1973, the coin was already considered a living memorial, something that connected citizens directly with Kennedy's memory every time they held it in their hands. The composition of the 1973 half dollar was copper-nickel clad, a shift that had occurred a few years earlier as silver was removed from circulation coins. Even so, the artistry and meaning of the coin were not diminished. Instead, the coin became a part of everyday life, symbolizing resilience and remembrance. What makes the 1973 no mint mark half dollar special is its place in the Philadelphia mintage. These coins were struck without the D or S marks of Denver or San Francisco, making them stand out as the issue from the nation's first mint. Collectors place high importance on Philadelphia strikes, particularly when they are preserved in exceptional condition. In ordinary circulation, most of these half dollars would show wear, scratches, and loss of detail. That is why examples in flawless, brilliant uncirculated condition are so valuable today. They represent survival against the odds, a piece of history untouched by time. The maximum value of the 1973 no mint mark half dollar depends greatly on its grade. Regular circulated examples may pass from hand to hand, but pristine gems, graded at the highest levels, have been known to bring thousands of dollars at auction. In rare cases, superbly struck coins with deep luster have reached prices exceeding $4,000 to $6,000. At this time, collectors are still eager for early 1970s Kennedy half dollars. They are considered the backbone of a strong collection, and the 1973 issue is among the most pursued. High-grade examples can sell right now for a maximum of around $5,000, depending on condition and certification. The future potential of this coin is even more promising. With each passing decade, the number of uncirculated examples becomes smaller, and the demand for rare, early Kennedy halves continues to climb. In the years ahead, these coins could easily double or triple in value as more collectors enter the market. Imagine holding a coin that once cost just $50 and realizing it can command thousands. That is the magic of numismatics, the art of coin collecting. The 1973 half dollar no mint mark proves that treasures can be found where many would least expect. The obverse of the coin features the bold portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, capturing his legacy in strong, elegant lines. The reverse by Frank Gasparro displays the presidential seal, with the eagle and shield, arrows and olive branch, a true emblem of America's strength and hope. Every detail on the 1973 half dollar tells a story. It is not just a piece of metal, but a reflection of leadership, a marker of the 1970s era, and a connection to one of the most impactful presidents in American history. Collectors cherish these coins because they hold both emotional and financial value. To own one is to hold a reminder of Kennedy's vision for America, while also owning an investment that grows more powerful with each year that passes. Right now, the market continues to reward patience and preservation. Coins that are carefully stored, protected from scratches and tarnish, and certified by grading services often sell for premium prices. That is where the true wealth lies. If you discover a 1973 no mint mark half dollar in high grade, you are holding something far more valuable than 50 cents. You are holding a treasure with the power to reach thousands of dollars, and that value will only climb as time goes on. The demand for Kennedy half dollars is global. Collectors in the United States, Europe, and Asia pursue these coins with great passion. As the world of numismatics grows, so too does the competition to own pieces like the 1973 half dollar. In the long run, this coin is an investment in both history and wealth. Its maximum potential is not capped at today's market prices. In the future, rare examples could easily cross into the $10,000 range, especially as more collectors enter and fewer top-quality coins remain available. That is the promise of the 1973 half dollar. It has survived 50 years already, and its value only increases as it becomes rarer with time. Owning one is like owning a time capsule, a connection to America's story, and a direct link to prosperity. The motivation here is simple. Never overlook coins from the early 1970s. They may appear common, but within them lies the possibility of extraordinary wealth. The 1973 no mint mark half dollar is proof of that truth. So remember, whether today or tomorrow, this coin has a place among the most valuable treasures in American coinage. Its story, its history, and its financial potential combine to make it a prize worth seeking, holding, and cherishing for years to come. Next up, the 1977 Kennedy half dollar with no mint mark is a remarkable coin that has become one of the most desirable treasures for collectors. It was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it does not carry any mint mark on its surface. This single detail alone makes it stand out, and collectors all over the world chase after this historic half dollar. The Kennedy half dollar series was first introduced in 1964, a direct response to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Americans wanted a way to honor and remember their fallen leader, and the half dollar became that tribute. By the time the 1977 issue was released, the coin had already become one of the most iconic circulating pieces in United States history. The 1977 no mint mark half dollar was made of copper-nickel clad, as silver had already been phased out from circulation issues in 1971. Yet, despite no longer containing silver, the 1977 issue still carried immense symbolic and collectible value. It was not just a piece of money, it was a memorial in every pocket, linking generations to the legacy of Kennedy. These coins were struck in large numbers, but the reality is that most ended up heavily circulated. The majority show wear and scratches from daily use. The ones that survived in pristine condition, untouched and preserved in their original brilliance, are the coins that attract the highest prices. At this moment, the market for the 1977 no mint mark half dollar is strong. People around the world, from seasoned numismatists to new collectors, are actively looking to add this coin to their collections. Demand remains high, and the number of buyers far outweighs the number of coins in top quality condition. The current value of this coin depends entirely on its grade. Circulated examples are collected for sentimental and historic reasons, but uncirculated examples are where the real wealth begins. Coins graded at the highest levels, showing sharp details and bright luster, have been known to sell for thousands. Maximum auction records for flawless examples have touched $4,200 to $6,300. Its value today is considered strong, and in the future, it can rise even higher. The reason is simple. Every year that passes reduces the number of coins that remain in top condition. Collectors are willing to pay more and more to secure the best examples, and that competition pushes prices upward. So, is the value really high or low? The answer is that it is high for anyone who holds an uncirculated or rare era version of the coin. And with increasing demand, the potential is only growing. A coin once worth $50 can now sell for thousands, and that story excites every collector who hears it. The history of the 1977 half dollar is deeply tied to the spirit of America during the 1970s. This was a time of change, progress, and remembrance. By striking Kennedy's portrait year after year, the United States Mint ensured that his legacy would never fade from public memory. The 1977 no mint mark half dollar was built as part of this mission, to keep Kennedy's image alive in circulation and to give people a way to carry history in their hands. The design of the coin adds even more power to its story. On the obverse, the bold portrait of John F. Kennedy created by Gilroy Roberts continues to inspire with its strength and dignity. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's presidential seal reminds every holder of the ideals of freedom, strength, and leadership that America stands for. When a collector holds the 1977 half dollar, they are holding more than money. They are holding a time capsule of the 1970s, a symbol of leadership, and a connection to a president whose vision still inspires people across the world. The number of people who want to buy this coin is enormous. Online auctions, collector shows, and private sales all prove how strong the demand is. Whether in the United States or internationally, the Kennedy half dollar remains a favorite among coin enthusiasts, and the 1977 issue is no exception. The motivation to collect it goes beyond profit. Yes, the financial reward can be incredible, but the deeper reason is pride. Collectors want to own a piece of history, to preserve it, and to pass it on to the next generation. That emotional connection makes this coin priceless to many. In today's market, high-grade 1977, no mint mark half dollars can sell for up to $8,000. Rare error examples, with striking mistakes, can go even higher. That maximum value can increase further as collectors continue competing for the finest specimens. Looking ahead, the future of this coin is very bright. As decades pass, coins in mint condition will become harder to find. That scarcity will drive the maximum value upward, possibly into the $10,000 range for extraordinary examples. For anyone holding one today, patience could bring even greater rewards tomorrow. The 1977 no mint mark half dollar represents more than financial value. It represents persistence, history, and national memory. It teaches us that something small can grow into something extraordinary, and that a coin can be more than currency. It can be a treasure. Collectors know that these half dollars are a safe investment in both meaning and money. With high demand, powerful symbolism, and a history that can never be replaced, the 1977 issue is destined to remain a crown jewel of American numismatics. If you ever find one, remember this. It may look ordinary to an untrained eye, but in truth, it is a valuable and rare artifact. Its story is what makes it so powerful, and its potential value is what makes it so motivating. The 1977 no mint mark half dollar continues to shine as one of the most valuable treasures of its time. Its history, its present demand, and its future promise all combine into one truth. This is a coin worth keeping, protecting, and celebrating. Next up, the 1984 P mint mark Kennedy half dollar is a coin that carries history, demand, and strong collectible power. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the letter P stands as its mark of origin, setting it apart from other mints and making it a central piece for collectors who want every variation of the Kennedy series. This half dollar belongs to the Kennedy series that began in 1964, when the United States wanted to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. By the time 1984 arrived, the series had already become one of the most popular and respected coin series in America. The coin itself was struck in copper-nickel clad, the standard composition after silver was removed from circulation issues in 1971. But the lack of silver does not limit its value. Collectors do not chase only metal content. They chase history, condition, mint mark, and rarity in pristine examples. The obverse of the 1984 half dollar shows the iconic portrait of John F. Kennedy, created by Gilroy Roberts, bold and powerful even 20 years after Kennedy's death. The reverse shows the presidential seal designed by Frank Gasparo, an eagle gripping arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by rays and stars, representing America's might and peace. The history of this coin is rooted in the 1980s, a period of change, pride, and global influence for the United States. To hold this coin is to hold a reminder of America's presence during that decade and to connect directly with Kennedy's lasting legacy. So how valuable can it be? The answer lies in its condition. Circulated examples remain part of collections, but the true prizes are those in mint state. High-grade 1984 P half dollars with brilliant luster and no marks have sold for thousands. Some top-grade certified coins have crossed $5,300 and even $7,100 in major sales. At this time, the maximum value for a flawless 1984 P half dollar sits in the range of thousands of dollars. The rarest examples with nearly perfect strikes continue to impress auction houses and private buyers. The demand for this coin is strong. Many collectors across the world want a complete Kennedy half dollar set, and no set can be considered complete without the 1984 P issue. This drives more buyers to the market, competing to secure high-quality examples. If you ask where you can buy it, the answer is simple. Auction houses, coin shows, online platforms, and certified coin dealers are the best places. Major marketplaces always see collectors hunting for the 1984 P half dollar in top grades. And where can you sell it? That depends on your preference. Auction houses can bring the maximum value when two or more bidders are competing. Online marketplaces such as eBay and specialized coin sites can also fetch high prices. Certified dealers may purchase directly, offering strong cash value on the spot. So is it worth that much? Absolutely yes. The proof lies in its performance on the market. Collectors do not hesitate to pay thousands for the finest examples, because they know how hard it is to find a 1984p half dollar that has survived in near-perfect condition. Should you keep it or not? If you hold one, the wise choice is to keep it safe, preserved, and graded if possible. Coins like this grow in value with time. The longer it is preserved, the more buyers will compete for it in the future. Sealing it is essential. A certified holder from a grading service like PCGS or NGC not only protects the coin, but also guarantees authenticity and condition. That certification is what brings maximum value in the marketplace, transforming a simple half dollar into a certified treasure worth thousands. The 1984p half dollar is more than just collectible. It is an investment. Every year that passes makes pristine examples harder to find, and with demand constantly growing, the ceiling for its maximum value continues to rise. The number of buyers is not small. Kennedy half dollars are among the most collected coins in the United States, and interest also comes from Europe and Asia. That global demand creates fierce competition for the best examples. Looking at the future, this coin has the potential to double or even triple in value. As more collectors realize how few mint-state 1984p half dollars survive, the market will adjust upward, rewarding those who held onto their coins. The story of this coin reminds us that what appears ordinary in circulation can turn extraordinary in the collector's market. The right example in the right condition is a fortune waiting to be claimed. So the message is clear. The 1984p half dollar is valuable today, it will be more valuable tomorrow, and it is a treasure worth keeping. Whether you buy it, sell it, or pass it down, it will always hold financial power and historical meaning. Owning one is like owning a piece of Kennedy's legacy, a piece of the 1980s, and a guaranteed prize for the future. Its history, its maximum value, and its motivation combine into one truth. The 1984p half dollar is a coin worth celebrating and protecting forever.